Welcome to the Foundry by Forge College. Okay, let's jump straight into this. Today, you're stepping into the practical, hands-on module of our Wallets and Seed Phrases Practical Management course, which is a core piece of our broader Blockchain Fundamentals track. This explainer, it's all about taking the training wheels off. We're going to go step by step and actually create a wallet together.
Now, this hands-on setup builds directly on our previous lesson, wallet concepts and key roles. We talked a lot about the abstract theory back then, right? Learning that wallets don't actually hold your crypto assets, but instead they hold the private keys that prove your ownership on the blockchain. Well, today we're moving from the left side of this equation over to the right. We are rolling up our sleeves, putting on our metaphorical hard hats, and assembling the actual mechanism. You're going to see exactly how all those abstract concepts translate into concrete screens, files, and physical verification steps.
So, here's our engineering assembly manual for today. We'll start with setting up the workbench, then look at the anatomy of a seed phrase, move into the step-by-step assembly, perform a quick QA check, and wrap up with next steps and storage. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, setting up the workbench.
Look, precision engineering requires a clean, organized, and above all, secure workspace. I mean, you wouldn't build a bank vault in the middle of a crowded coffee shop, right? So first things first, only download your wallet app or extension from the official source. Seriously, double-check that URL. Second, grab a secure, offline method for taking notes. Good old-fashioned pen and paper is absolutely fantastic here. Third, make sure you're in a private environment, no public Wi-Fi. And finally, disable Cloud Sync on your device if you're taking any screenshots for your course artifact. We want your offline notes to stay truly offline. Don't type your secret words into a cloud doc, don't text them to yourself, and, definitely don't tape them to a carrier pigeon. Keep it local.
Moving right along to Section 2, Anatomy of a Seed Phrase.
Before we fire up the machinery and actually generate our keys, we really need to understand the blueprint of the recovery phrase the wallet is about to show us. So the length will typically be between 12 and 24 words. This represents the complex entropy that protects your assets. The order? Well, the order is absolute. They appear left to right, and if you swap even a single word, you'll completely break your ability to recover your wallet later. Then there's the checksum, which validates the words, and finally, the warning text. That warning text is actually a massive visual cue for you. A legitimate wallet interface will practically beg you not to copy and paste the phrase or store it online. If you're ever using an app that actively encourages you to upload your seed phrase to a server, stop immediately. It's almost certainly a fake trying to steal your data.
The really crucial point here is this number, 12 to 24. This is the word count of entropy you're going to be solely responsible for. Think of these words as the absolute master mold for your entire digital vault. If you lose them, the mold is broken. And if someone else gets their hands on them, well, they now own your vault. Now, a super cool built-in feature of this phrase is the checksum. If you're new to this, a checksum is basically a built-in mathematical spell checker. Because of the specific encoding standard used here, the wallet can instantly tell if a word is invalid. So, if your pen slips and you accidentally write down blart instead of blast, the wallet will reject it. It completely prevents you from locking yourself out over a simple typo. It's honestly a fantastic safety net.
All right, Part 3, Step-by-Step Assembly.
The blueprints are clear, the workbench is ready. Let's actually initialize this wallet instance. Here's your 5-step assembly process. First, download the official package. Second, hit Create New Wallet and set your password. Now pay super close attention to Step 3, record the seed phrase offline. When the wallet displays those 12 to 24 words, just pause, take a breath, carefully write them down, or take a time-stamped completely offline photo to keep as an artifact of your exercise. Step 4 is confirming the phrase in-app, usually by clicking or typing the words back in the correct order. And finally, Step 5, you'll jump into the interface to locate and verify your brand new public address.
Now, I see this trip beginners up all the time. Back in Step 2, you made a password. Please remember, a local access password is absolutely not your seed phrase. That password you just made only unlocks the app on that specific laptop or phone. It's essentially the key to the front door of your house. The seed phrase, on the other hand, is the universal skeleton key to the actual vault holding your funds, regardless of what device or app you use in the future.
As you generate your address, you're relying on something called deterministic derivation. I know, it sounds like a scary, highly technical engineering term, but it really just means the math is entirely predictable. If you use the exact same seed phrase, the mathematical process will consistently generate the exact same specific private and public keys every single time, without ever needing an internet connection to check with the server. Your final public address is a direct, mathematically testable function of the seed phrase you just wrote down.
Okay, let's move to Section 4, performing the QA check.
Listen, No good engineer deploys a highly complex machine out into the wild without running a quality assurance check first. We need to verify that what we built actually works. For your exercise, your visual artifact folder needs 3 pieces of proof so we know you generated this key pair safely and correctly. Number 1, you need to see the public address clearly visible on your Receive tab. Number 2, your recorded seed phrase prompt has to perfectly match the expected word count. If it asked for 12, you better have 12. And number 3, you need evidence, like a screenshot of the account details, tying that visible receive address to the wallet's internal extended public key or XPub.
But hey, what happens if your QA check fails? What if the addresses don't match, or you accidentally clicked past the seed phrase without writing it down? Relax, it is perfectly fine. You haven't funded this wallet yet. If the schematic doesn't match reality, simply wipe the wallet instance, delete it entirely, and rebuild it from scratch until you get it perfect. That is literally the whole point of this practice run.
Finally, Section 5, Next Steps and Storage.
So you've successfully assembled the machinery. You've run your QA checks. Now, how do we secure it? The absolute most crucial point to take away from this entire explainer is this rule. The seed phrase is your canonical recovery artifact. It is the absolute source of truth for your assets. Keep it local and keep it offline. Oh, and by the way, if you want to dive deeper into the real hardcore hardware setups and advanced offline storage techniques, you should definitely check out some of the other advanced Web3 engineering programs we offer at Forge College. We get into some incredibly cool air-gapped tech in those modules.
I want to leave you with this quick, provocative thought experiment. Look at the wallet you just created. If your device, your phone, your laptop, whatever you just used, vanished into thin air right now, would your newly built vault survive? Well, based on what we just learned about the seed phrase, the answer should be a resounding yes, because the device doesn't matter, the phrase does. We're actually going to explore exactly how to test that survival in our next lesson on backing up and restoring seed phrases. Until then, I highly encourage you to visit forge.college to continue your Web3 learning journey and check out more resources on this topic. Thanks so much for learning with us, and I'll see you in the next explainer.